Hi, everybody. It's Matt Hawes, and I'm making this exclusive video for Facebook, just for my profile page to let my friends and family know about these scammers on Facebook because I was reading a comment to one of the posts I made, and I thought it was important to bring up. If you have a business page, it may not even have to be a business page. It could be just an art page or some kind of other page that you have besides your profile page. You may be getting a copyright notice from that says it's from Meta, which is the parent company of Facebook. And as a rule, I can't say that every case would be this situation, but mostly I would say these are scams. So don't fall for that crap. Put it in the spam folder. Try to block if you can the user who sent it to you because it's not really Meta or Facebook. Sometimes obviously not because they don't even use a name associated with that. But anyway, it's a scam. I've got my business page for Comics Unlimited, and it's had some kind of silly copyright thing. Notice that they kept sending me the same exact message, really, or very very little variation in the messages from these scammers. It's just a huge annoyance more than anything, but it's not real. It's not legitimate. This was brought up because I did have music copyright claim on a video I had done on YouTube, which was an error, I would say. Let me just put it this way: they have right to make the claim they did because the music I was using was royalty-free music, and it was marketed as such when I bought the editing software when I made this video way back in 2006, nearly 20 years ago. So I fought that and got that reinstated. But that's what brought the post about that, or one of the posts, is what brought up this subject. And that's why I want to address this subject. I also want to address quickly just two other points with scams. There's tons of scams out there. Let me address one thing too. If you see some kind of deal from a major company or corporation, if it's a local business, this may not apply. But if it's a major business or corporation on Facebook, as I still understand it, as opposed to other platforms like the former Twitter, you get a blue check mark by your name if you're officially vetted through the company. Now, the reason I make the exception about Twitter is not to cast any aspersions on or get into the whys and wherefores and all that for why they don't do it, but they have people, you can get a check mark just for paying for it on there. So you can be a scammer. You just have to pay for the check mark. Still, as I understand on Facebook, though, you still are properly vetted. So basically what I'm saying is if you get a thing that says, you can win this shopping spree for $8 million, just share this, blah, 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 and all this nonsense or what have you. And it's got like Walmart, and it doesn't have the check mark, that blue check mark, especially for a major company like that. Walt Disney, anybody, if it doesn't have that check mark, it's not legitimate. It's, you can check that page that the page may say Walmart, Facebook or something like that. Something as close as they can get the scammers to the name of the company, so that they can fool you out there, all the consumers. So anyway, look for that blue check mark and don't trust. Now again, small local businesses may not have that. This doesn't mean that they're not legitimate. And truthfully, unless it's something ridiculous, some ridiculous amount like $8 million for the local butcher shop, that's not happening. Unless it's something like that, it probably isn't a scam anyway, because who would, for the most part, fake about being a local business? It ain't gonna net them enough money as a rule. The scammers or whatever nonsense they're trying to get out of the deal. It wouldn't lure enough people into the trap, regardless of if it's a financial trap or whatever. Anyway, so then just last couple things I want to say about these different kinds of scams in general. Also, you got the deal where there's people say, "Oh, look at this video, blah blah blah," or "This is horrible, blah blah blah." And it ain't specific. Don't mention names. And don't address like, "This is my Uncle Charlie, blah blah blah, in the wreck," or something like that. It doesn't say anything like that. It's very vague kind of thing, and it's being shared, and you've been tagged with several people, as has happened to me in recent weeks or so by Facebook friends who were unaware what they were sharing, and they were pretty much hacked themselves, and that's how this happened. Don't click on that link and then go to the thing, and don't fill out any forms or anything on another page that this link is taking you away to, or anything like that. Just don't click on it, because if it's that vague, it's probably a scam, and they were probably their account was compromised, is why it's coming from what seems to be your friend. Oh, and on that, I was going to make just one other point, but it made me think about this. Go to your privacy settings and take your friends list, and then take that on that friends list, on the settings for your friends list, I should say. On the settings for your friends list, set it so that it's only visible to you. You know, it will show, like, if I have mutual friends with you, it will still show that we have mutual friends if that's the case. The reason I say this isn't just because so you can't let just anybody know who your friends are, which you may or may not care about, but more importantly, you don't want the scammers to know who your friends are, because a lot of times people's pages are spoofed, not really hacked. A lot of people use the word hacked. Hack means they actually got control of your account. Spoof means they fake your page, but all they need to do to fake your page is just public access to your photos and your friends list. Now, they can still have, and will have to some degree, just by the nature of Facebook, access to some of your public photos, because like profile pictures have to be public by the very nature of it. You can still private, make some other stuff private, but all they need is your profile picture and a few other pictures that might be public to grab onto, but they also need that public list. If your friends list is not public, you're of no use to this kind of scammer. They spoof your page so they can make it look like your page, then send a friend request. You get a friend request and you say, wait a minute, I was already friends with this person. There's legitimate reasons for people still sending you extra friend accounts. Maybe they were locked out of the other one, can't figure out how to get back in. Maybe they want a separate account for keep certain friends on one account and the other. Who knows? People have their reasons. But a lot of times it's being spoofed is what's going on. That friend's account is being spoofed, that's sending you the friend request. And the way that friend could have prevented it is to make their friends list private. Sounds like such a simple measure, because it is, because this is a simple enough scam. They just fake being you, but if you don't have that friends list, you are of no use to that scammer if your friends list is not public, because they want to use your pictures to load confidence out of the people that you are friends with by sending these friend requests. Get enough of them, then they can use it to send you post fake links like "look at this video" kind of crap or whatever, and take you off the site to other sites where they can have you fill out forms, where they get hits because it gives them extra income, whatever the reason for them spoofing your page, but it amounts to all scams. So anyway, just do that. If you don't know how to get to your settings, ask somebody who in a family friend or whoever who would understand and know how to do that for you, help you out there. Then finally, I'm going to wrap this up. It's going to be almost 10 minutes here. I'm going to wrap this up by saying, do not do that stupid @ highlight. You know, the little what is that symbol? I forget what it's called, but the circle symbol where you say highlight. It says, find out who's following your post. You're not finding out jack crap. That's highlighting everybody on your friends list. That's why it says highlight. It's basically tagging everyone to say, hey, look at this post. So all you're doing is falling for another scam. I don't even know if that's just a mischievous deal or if there's more to it with that whole idea of the people who started that scam. But it's nonsense. You're not finding out who's following your page. All you're doing is annoying a lot of your friends because of that. And maybe if it's something important, you do want to highlight all your friends. There are purposes to do that, which, like you have to warn everybody about something, or you got to share something that's so important to your friends or whatever. That's fine. Then do that. But if you're doing it just because you think it's going to tell you who's going to follow your stuff because a post told you that, don't fall for it. It's a BS thing. Anyway, that's it. And this is my normal Facebook video, so I just sign off by saying, yay, bye. That's like I do my other videos. Anyway, bye.